Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. I don't know how he sees that it is, because like you could see, but like not real well. I don't get it.
I,
You know?
I love how you started with an accent. You did like it was like a slight accent. It was just like a little bit there, and then you just gave up on it immediately.
I didn't realize I was doing it.
You was
Probably.
you was trying.
I mean, oh okay, but we talking. I can't do it. I can't. I tried.
Hey, you can't rip off the mask like that. You gotta lose first, which you know.
Hold up. Almost. Wait.
I get it. I understand. I get it.
Yeah. Okay. We back. We sorry. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Anyway, we're talking about the superstar shakeup, the shakety shake of the super. I thought they were just gonna put them in like a big box and just shake them. That's what I thought. They didn't do
So
that
you
though.
thought what was gonna happen? They was gonna all form in one arena, and then they was gonna cause a tornado. They was
Yeah,
gonna start
yeah.
shaking. I
It
got you.
was gonna be like an earthquake or something, and they were gonna shake, right? Or they were gonna put them all in the ring, and then they was gonna have like Big Show jump up and down and shake the ring, and yeah.
Right.
But I guess what we'll do is we'll go through, all of the who went where, and we'll kind of give if we have a thought on it, or
What
if
about why they went there?
we can do whatever we want because this is our show. The Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast show. I almost said Kevin Owens show. It's not the Kevin Owens show. I mean, unless he comes on, and then obviously it'll be the Kevin Owens show. You know, with El Generico. Because he here too. Anyway, starting off, we got on Raw. We had The Miz and Maurice on Raw now. Thoughts on Miz and Maurice on the red brand, the red.
I don't know. Like I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but the Championship went as well, so kind of like so I don't know. But I mean, I think it's not necessarily a bad thing to me. Um, I just don't want Miz to get lost in the shuffle of everything. I definitely think they need like one show to be like kind of up and comers, and the other show like we said like at the very beginning. I don't think the shakeup added to any of the show's worth. Like I don't think like the shakeup was pretty even, but I also don't feel like the shakeup. Now, albeit I don't know everyone who went to SmackDown, but this man, I just don't. I feel like the shakeup didn't make either show feel like it's must see in my opinion, like we wanted it to be before.
You right. You right. We got multiple hosts on the show tonight. Got yeah.
This man can't even get his mask on right. So like
Shut
first
up. It's
off,
just not. You know what? Whatever. Um. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really care where Miz and Maurice are. The only thing I didn't necessarily want to see the Intercontinental title go to Raw or the U.S. title go to SmackDown. Just for, at least in my opinion, I always think of the Intercontinental title on SmackDown, and I always think of the U.S. title on Raw. And I've always thought of that, even with the original brand split. I think they were on those shows too. So I'm gonna have to get used to, the U.S. title being on SmackDown and the Intercontinental title being on Raw,
yeah.
but
So I think it did clue you into basically, Kevin Owens is going to SmackDown. But I like the idea of having the champion versus champion match because like you have that for that night.
yeah. Then we got also coming to Raw, Bray Wyatt. I'm excited for Bray Finn storyline that they sort of started a little bit. Obviously he still has a match coming up But they could start building on that Bray Finn storyline, and I think they could do a really good job with it, especially with vignettes and the build up and whatnot. And if Jinder Mahal would stop trying to give my man concussions because he just come back from the injury, and then Jinder he give him a concussion. And
is it too early to say Finn hurt Finn? Or
hashtag fire Jinder and JBL. Hashtag fire both of them. Thoughts on Bray Wyatt going to the Raw?
I'm definitely excited about Bray Wyatt. I still don't think Bray Wyatt. I kind of wish he stayed on SmackDown because once again, like it seems like Bray Wyatt is back on his own again, which is what they started on SmackDown. Like when he first came in, they started that on SmackDown, and they never really let it reach its potential. They ripped it, they ripped the rug right from under it when they put the Wyatt family back together. Yeah. So I definitely think Bray, it's another chance for him to shine, but I feel like he would have shined better on the shorter, smaller type show.
The better show is what this man tried. DJ Mama! DJ Mama! DJ Mama! DJ Mama! DJ Mama! Anyway.
The absolute worst.
These next two I'm going to put together. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I really don't care either way. DJ, thoughts on
it? Wow, you don't care about Alexa Bliss at all? Wow.
Wow.
I definitely think I like that some of the women got transferred over or whatever we're calling it. I will tell you my main I guess grievance against this whole system later, like at the end, I guess, after we get through everybody, because I'm sure you had like your own grievances as well. But I just think it's nice to have some fresh faces. Like we don't have to see Charlotte versus Sasha 8 million times now, which I don't know if Sasha got drafted at SmackDown yet. So
I want to see that 8,000 times.
Lies. the lies, because I said something about that Mania and everybody was like, no, we won't see that man no more. We won't see it no more. Not one more time. No. So like I feel like it it's just nice to see fresh faces on each show. Especially in the women's division.
Speaking of fresh faces, Monday Night Raw is going to have to face the facts. Yeah, that's right. That's right. My boy Kurt Hawkins is on Raw. They still ain't going to do a damn thing with him. He's still going to make people face the facts, but like, bro, just release and let him go back to the Indies the way he was doing stuff that was useful to his career. Like, bro. Thoughts on Kurt Hawkins going to Raw?
I have no thoughts. Like it's irrelevant. Like as irrelevant as he was in SmackDown, it's gonna be just as irrelevant. Probably a little bit more because it's a longer show. There's more time to fill. On Raw.
All right. Dean Ambrose going to Raw. I
why is he so far back? He was up there with The Miz.
This is how I wrote it down. Oh,
why? He was in the segment with The Miz.
How I wrote it down. Oh, shut up. Thoughts on Dean Ambrose going to
the segment with The Miz was hilarious. it was. Like I think when they just let Dean be Dean, he's freaking hilarious. And they should do that more often. Yeah. I know you're gonna ramble on. It was great. But I feel like I don't know how I feel about him being on Raw. Just because now I don't know if any of the other Shield people went to SmackDown. I don't think Seth went to SmackDown. I would assume Roman didn't because he's probably halfway dead. I mean, we're gonna be honest. He's probably halfway dead.
If you watched, you would.
I'll figure it out later when you announce it. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's interesting to have the Shield kind of on the same show now. I like the Intercontinental Championships on Raw. It kind of makes it feel a little bit different, even though it's technically kind of just on Raw with the whole brands together stuff. But whatever. It'll be a perfect time to bring some prestige to the dog on title and put it in the main event. Just saying, put it in the main event. Now, I mean, and the WWE look now you don't have to be like, well, which one do we do? The U.S. title or the Intercontinental title? Just do the Intercontinental title because it's the only one you got on Raw.
They still not gonna do it.
They won't.
Next, we got Apollo Crews. I was not excited for this one. Lost in an even bigger pond now. Like, poor Apollo. He real good too. He's real good. Like he real good. DJ, thoughts on Apollo Crews?
Yeah, I wish Apollo Crews was on the 205. Like I do, because I think he would be used a little bit better in the cruiserweight division.
But he's in the 205 though.
He 240.
Yeah, that's a little bit above the limit.
I'm just saying I wish he was, so then he could kind of be in the. I almost said the X division. Well, he could be in the X division. Look at that, But I just kind of wish, because I feel like Apollo Crews is kind of lost right now, like lost in the shuffle, as we said before, and like SmackDown was supposed to be that big guiding light for the young guy with potential. Well, if he couldn't break through on SmackDown Live, then what in the heck is he gonna do on Raw? Like logically, when you really think about it logically, and from a this is what we branded ourselves type thing.
Yeah. And we got Kalisto going to Raw. I'm excited about this one. I think they could definitely put him on 205 Live and actually, I don't know, maybe use him.
Nah.
Yeah, not. Probably not. DJ Kalisto.
I'm convinced that every one of his promos from now on should be good lucha thing. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see him on the cruiserweight, in the cruiserweight division and on 205 Live. And I think this might be his chance to finally get a decent push, especially inside the cruiserweight division. I think it helps him out a little bit. It's a little bit more beneficial to him. The only issue I had with this is like as soon as this was announced, I knew the cruiserweight division wasn't moving to SmackDown. Like as soon as this was announced, I was like, oh. Or they were gonna be like, ha ha, Kalisto, you still don't get to be on the cruiserweight division. So I was like, one of these two is gonna happen, but probably Kalisto joining the cruiserweight division. But I think it'll be a good chance for him to maybe get a chance to shine, but I just don't know yet. But I will say this will be a good lucha thing. I will say that
it will. And then finally on Raw, they put them together as a tag team, so that's how I'm announcing them. Heath Slater and Rhino are going to.
Why are they a freaking tag team? Stop it.
Because
like it was fun at first, but
because you got kids and Rhino just kind of eat crackers and cheese. And you remember that when he was just eating the.
Yeah, he did.
Oh. Moving on to SmackDown Live.
Real quick though, because I didn't get my thoughts on that, and I had actual.
I thought that was your thoughts.
It was close, but I don't think this adds to the tag team division in my opinion. Like I love Heath Slater, I do, and I love Rhino, and I like him as a tag team somewhat, but like I don't like they haven't pushed them at all since they won the titles, like since after they lost the titles, and like why would they be pushed at all on Raw? Like I feel like the Heath Slater, like that little bit of a like push that he was getting, that little bit of momentum he had, I think they kind of messed it up because they didn't keep the push going, at least in some form or fashion, by running other feuds outside the titles or something. You can keep that going, but they didn't. So now he's on Raw. He's gonna get lost, and he's gonna be just one man in a one-man band, and probably start 3MB again. Because he's on the same show with Jinder Mahal. I'm just saying.
Well, you didn't watch SmackDown, so you won't know.
Oh God, Jinder's on. Why? Like it's irrelevant. Like it doesn't matter. Jinder Mahal is the Kurt Hoggins. Well, I guess I'm SmackDown now. Like,
Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We got Kevin Owens going to SmackDown Live. Actually, I think it was Kevin Steen. I'm pretty sure it was Kevin Steen.
yeah, I mean, the facial hair is gone. Like, it's got to be Kevin Steen. Got to be.
Obviously, Raw still has Kevin Owens, so SmackDown had to get Kevin Steen. It only makes sense.
How did he get the U.S. title though? Because he's not the U.S. champion. Kevin Owens is.
Maybe he won it on a house show. I don't know.
A house show like in between the 2 days.
Yeah.
that kind of that in the night house show. I got you. They used to have in your house and they got in the night. I got it.
No, they
in your hotel. I got it.
They got that midnight house show that they always do. The midnight one. Yeah. Or maybe what happened was he went to the merch stand. He bought the replica. He got the replica one. Yeah, that's what that was. Thoughts on Kevin Steen Owens?
I'm not necessarily upset about Kevin Owens being on SmackDown. It kind of sucks though, because I felt like Kevin Owens was really kind of hitting his stride, and I don't want the superstar shakeup to be something that completely kills your momentum. I felt, but I'm excited to see the U.S. title back on SmackDown again. It'll be interesting to see how they do it. I think who was he in a feud with? Baron Corbin potentially. So that'll be interesting. Be an interesting feud. But yeah, I'm definitely excited though. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. Kevin, I mean, you can't go on Kevin Owens being on SmackDown. I mean, having a chance to fight, wrestle with AJ Styles. Shinsuke. Girl. Oh, girl. Don't make me think.
Anyway, we moving on before this gets weird. It's already starting to get weird. We got Byron Saxton going to SmackDown, replacing Morrow because JBL's a douche, and
so Morrow to Raw.
Morrow not in WWE anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
He gone? Complete.
Yeah, he gone.
Screw you, JBL. Hate you. You're the worst person ever.
Yeah.
Suck.
Yeah.
Glad your show got canceled. Hate you.
Thoughts on Byron Saxton, if you have any? Because
I can't think about freaking Byron Saxton. I think it's a nice touch to have somebody different, especially with the announced teams. They probably could have waited a little bit longer for this, just because the announced teams, I mean, they can get old pretty quickly. But I think, I don't know. I think it makes me interested to see who's going to be on Raw. If it's David O'Frickin' I swear on everything, I'm going to be highly upset. Can it be Showtime? Please be Showtime, Percy Watson. Please, not. Please don't give me David Otunga.
It's gonna be Showtime, David Otunga.
With Showtime, Eric Young. We all gonna get fooled.
And then we got Sami Zayn also going to SmackDown, because you can't have Sami without Kevin or Kevin without Sami, because they're going to do that feud again, which I don't have a problem with. But I'm happy that Sami is on SmackDown. Hopefully he'll actually, get a push. I mean, he lost tonight, but DJ, thoughts on Sami going to SmackDown and losing?
Typical. But I'm excited to see Sami Zayn on.
You
pressed the wrong button. Sorry. I'm interested to see kind of. I want to see Kevin Owens' reaction, because I know it was probably priceless. Because I heard Sami Zayn's music, but I wasn't actually watching. So I saw. I think my dad told me that Sami Zayn was on SmackDown. But I don't know. I'm not necessarily mad they're on the same show, but I mean, they could have kept them separate. Wasn't gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah. Then we got Primo and Epico
Oh,
going to SmackDown Live. You know,
Olay, right? Like, is that about it?
I mean, they was there. They were there. Um, they weren't in the usual, ring gear. They was in jeans and they did a blindside attack. So maybe they turn in, changing their character to, I don't know. Thoughts on Primo and Epico going to SmackDown?
I'm excited for Primo and Epico to go to SmackDown. I think maybe they'll actually get a push because, like, it's it's kind of odd how talented they actually are when they actually give them a chance. Like we saw that with like Los Matadores. Like they put him in that like 4-way match and they actually like gave him a chance to do like offensive moves and it looked really good. And ever since then, nope, just nothing. Um, but yeah, I mean, I hope that like being on SmackDown with some different tag teams will maybe give them a chance to kind of come out of that deep abyss that they're in. But didn't help the Fashion Police, so or the Vaudevillains, or the Ascension. So I'm not gonna hold my breath for Primo and Epico.
I mean, speaking of the Vaudevillains, Aiden English was on SmackDown tonight, and you know how there were rumors that he was going to get a push? Nope.
Does he have a new character, or is he just like?
He has the same character he had originally in NXT before he like teamed with.
I have to see what that is. Is it Aiden the Englishman? Is that what that is?
No, it's not. It's not that. You'll see. But yeah, he was up against Ty Dillinger, and I was like, so he not gonna get a push? Like, bro. But we got Jinder Mahal going to SmackDown Live. And what a surprise. He had a match against Mojo. And what a surprise. Who is in the audience? Jinder Mahal.
um, um, Gender. Yeah, he kind of there. He just there. Like he just there. This about as irrelevant as. I mean, it's worse. It's bad. I like they could really do something with Jinder Mahal, but they won't. So I care a lot.
Moving on. But, Gronk was there. Yeah.
He the new superstar, right? Like
Yeah,
did he come to SmackDown? Is that what they're trying to say? Like
pretty much, Like he's the new hype bro. Yeah.
what were they?
They were in Boston.
Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say they're like in some random city and Gronk just shows up. Because either I have a lot of money or I'm Mojo Rawley's biggest fan now. Like,
then we got this one I was on the fence with. Not that anyway, it was Tamina came back and is on. But see, I didn't see this as a superstar shakeup. It's more of a return because she wasn't originally on Raw. So how is that how that a shakeup go? Like,
I'm trying to figure out where they find Tamina at. Like, I ain't seen her in a minute, so put my binoculars on or something because
she went under the table. She was.
I guess so. I'm not opposed to Tamina being back. I think they, could have added some, could have added probably a couple more returns if they had them, within this. But it'd be interesting. They're not gonna push her because it's Tamina.
Yeah.
Like she like Nia Jax without the big jobber push. Like that's what Tamina is.
Yeah. Then we got Charlotte Flair going to SmackDown Live. I'm okay with this. DJ.
Yeah, once again, new faces. New faces to add to the women's division on both shows. I'm curious to see how they're gonna do the women's title situation because she's like a what, like 5-time Raw Women's Champion. So I wonder if they're gonna like start it over because technically they are two different titles. So I'm wondering if they're gonna start the count over or they're just gonna call her just overall blah 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 times women's champion or something. Like I wonder because obviously she's gonna win the title at some point. Um, but I'm curious. I want to see how they're gonna do it. It's kind of weird her being on kind of the B show or whatever. I guess. Um, but it's interesting because I think, in my opinion, the top heel in the women's division or the SmackDown women's division was Alexa Bliss. She's on Raw now, so you got to counter that with the top heel woman on Raw going to SmackDown. So I get it. And I was wondering about this too. I was curious. So remember when like you used to have those special attires for special occasions, right? Like nowadays, man, WWE, you get this new attire, right? You get this new attire for WrestleMania. It's like, and it used to be like one time only. Like you wear it that one time. You might wear it on a show down the road or something like that. But now, you feel like you're getting this like one time only attire and you get it for like the next year. I'm like, wait, like I thought WrestleMania was supposed to be this big thing with these one time only attires. Nope. Like,
uh, then next, there was a big surprise right here. This was a big one. If you missed this, you missed out on a big one. We got Sin Cara going to SmackDown Live.
I didn't even see Sin Cara been in the same place Kalisto been. Gone. like, I'm trying to figure out how that went over with people. They were just like, yeah, Sin Cara's coming to SmackDown. Oh, Sin Cara's still employed?
It was one of those ones they didn't actually show him. They just showed the graphic. So, yeah. If you was there live, you probably didn't even notice it.
I'm still trying to figure out. So they just gonna not announce that Mauro Ranallo's gone, or not like say that like he's they just gonna leave like people who don't really pay attention to like the backstage stuff to think that he's like sick, like they're gonna think he's like terminally ill.
Well, and they also took like all reference to him out of their social media, took him off. Like I was like, bruh, that's like he the one that got bullied, and then he gets. How that work though? Hey, be a star, people. Pay attention to this. I'm just saying. Like,
so we going to TNA, right? Like, that's what's about to happen. He going to TNA. It's gonna happen. Like
going back to like boxing and stuff. I heard, but anyway. Next we got. I'm gonna put these two together too because they're together. Rusev and Lana going to SmackDown Live. I don't. The Lana one was weird because they did them separate, but they didn't do like Lana in the Superstar Shakeup. They just had a Lana coming soon to SmackDown Live, and I'm like, what? Okay. Anyway, thoughts on Rusev and Lana going to SmackDown?
I'm excited for my boy, handsome Rusev. Handsome Rusev coming to SmackDown Live. Why does he always got to be around the doggone U.S. title? Like, can he not win the Intercontinental Championship? Darn it. But I did feel like he was kind of getting lost as well. And Rusev there's that effect with Rusev. I don't know why. As soon as he loses the U.S. title, they do the most ridiculous thing with him. So I'm hoping he can't. Maybe I would love to see him get a world title push. At least go after it. Because I feel like they keep pushing him to where he was like the U.S. title and oh he could be the next to challenge for the world title. They don't never say it, but you like think it because of his reigns are so dominant. And then he loses the title to John Cena. Usually he loses the title, and then he's in something just dumb instead of going after the world title, or at least like being in a number one contender spot or being in any like a number 4 contender spot would help. I just feel like they don't keep that push going every time, and then they put him in something stupid, and then you're like, well, am I really supposed to take him seriously? With Lana, she ain't getting in the ring. So she just kind of there. I mean, she looked good and all, but she just kind of there. Hashtag push that man, Rusev. Let's go, baby.
And then the final
Phenol.
shakeup, the final. We got on SmackDown Live, the New Day.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That is. That'll be interesting. I think it'll be interesting. Like it's definitely interesting because I think the crowds kind of differ a little bit with Raw and SmackDown. It'll be interesting to see because like I feel like you can't do as much promo stuff because the show's a little bit shorter. So it'll be interesting to see how they have them like cut their promos, how long they're gonna be, if they even stay together remotely, because they might not stay together. I mean, I know we've been saying this forever, but I mean, because they've switched shows and everything, like you never know. Because I think they might play that in the storyline for some sort of team or faction coming up, which there's not a lot of factions right now. But I kind of want to see what they do with the New Day on SmackDown Live. Still don't think they need another like title push or anything, but it'll be interesting, like to see what they're gonna do. See how the fans react to the New Day. See how the SmackDown fans react. Because I do think it's kind of like not necessarily two entirely different fan bases, but I think sometimes like there is a difference between them just because of the way the shows are formatted.
Yeah. And that was a superstar shakeup. What any other thoughts? I know you had some things you wanted to say. You wanted to say something.
I'm not upset at the superstar shakeup concept, and I'm not even mad that it was kind of random. And it was kind of like, I mean, it was a little bit after WrestleMania, which makes sense because it's kind of the new year for WWE technically. And like it wasn't heavily promoted. It was just kind of random. I'm not even mad about that. My issue is the way it was set up, like the way that it was portrayed on television. Like not necessarily the superstar shakeup within itself, but the transactions within it. We don't know, like there's no reason for any of these transactions. It's just kind of like, hey, I came out on SmackDown. I'm a new member of SmackDown. What? Like they didn't, and I don't know if maybe I didn't hear this because albeit I didn't watch SmackDown or much of SmackDown, but like, did they talk about any sort of trade? Like I know Kurt Angle. I think he said that like SmackDown's really interested in you or something, but like they could have at least like had him on the phone talking about some sort of trade or like they could have like announced at the beginning of the show, the general managers have been talking about trading potential superstars. We'll find out who comes to Raw tonight or something. Like there was just like no rhyme or reason for it. It was just kind of like it was like Oprah. You go to Raw. You go to Raw. You go to Raw. I'm like, man, like what? Like there was no true. Like that was my biggest issue with it. It's like there was no reason for the transactions that were happening for people going from show to show. Like it wasn't that the general manager was really interested in them, or it wasn't that the general manager had like a falling out with one of them, or there was no like it wasn't a trade. It wasn't like a free agency signing. Like it was just so random, and that was my biggest issue with it. And I also didn't like the way they did it because like they could have done like a short redraft with certain people, like put certain people on the board and you pick these people or something like that to at least make this make sense. But I think the issue that I had was it wasn't sensical. There was nothing that was logical about it. It was just like, you're going to Raw, you're going to SmackDown. Why? Because Superstar Shakeup. Yeah, like it was just like why? Like I'm just curious to why these people went where they went. And the issue, the bad part is too, we're never gonna get that explanation. We're never gonna get that explanation. I don't know if you had any thoughts on the.
Yeah, I mean, I have similar issues to it. I personally just think it should have been like in the original brand extension, they would do another draft like annually or like every couple months. I think they just should have done another draft or like something that felt a little bit more official, like trades and stuff like that. Not just random. Oh, I'm on Raw now because I walked out. That yeah, I just happened to be by the arena, so I was like, sure, I'm gonna go in. And also, I don't know if you felt like this, but I didn't feel like there was any like big like trades or like there wasn't any like oh my god what like holy shit
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I agree. I see, and I thought it was only going to be on Raw, because like they did with the draft, or well, they kind of did. They kind of did with the draft, because Raw's ratings are probably crap compared to SmackDown. But I thought it was going to be on Raw to like make people be like, oh, you got to watch this show. And yeah, I definitely agree with that though. Like there was nothing that was like, what? No, there's no, but two, I don't think we've had. Have we really had a long enough chance to grow an allegiance to a certain brand, or like really like care about the superstars on a certain brand to where it really mattered where they went? Not really, in my opinion. I don't think it really, like, it was just kind of like, oh, he's on a new show. Okay, fine. I don't know if we've had time to really like adjust to the brand split to the point where we were, I mean, we were excited about it because it's something that, it changes things up, but I don't know if we were as excited about it as we could have been if maybe this was done a little bit down the road, um, to the point where like we had maybe grown allegiance to a certain feud, or grown allegiance to a certain superstar on that brand or something.
yeah. And I mean I think they didn't necessarily have to do this superstar shakeup. I think if there was like if they were gonna trade like Bray Wyatt for like Kevin Owens or something, they could have had something like in the storyline with that where they traded. I think some of the lower card guys like Kalisto, Sin Cara, whatever, they could have just switched them and we wouldn't even have noticed. Like, it, if Kalisto just showed up on Raw, I wouldn't have been like, wasn't he on SmackDown? I wouldn't even have noticed. Like, I don't think it had to be like that. I don't know. Um, I just, it was dumb. I mean, I am excited for some of them, like Bray Wyatt now. Like I said, the Finn Balor thing. I want to see what they do with Kevin Owens on on SmackDown. Um,
Now, albeit I haven't watched a lot of
but
SmackDown, but from what I did watch, I feel like Raw, oddly enough, Raw did a better job of this. Like they did a better job with it. Like I was more excited to see some of Raw's guys, like the way they brought Bray Wyatt in, which is kind of a character thing, but two, it was still pretty cool. The position he was brought in with Finn Balor was really cool.
yeah,
Like I think with SmackDown, it was kind of like, it felt like it was kind of just a typical run of the mill show to me from the little bit I watched.
yeah, from the little bit that this man didn't watch nothing, not a damn thing. Uh, but yeah, I think unless you have anything else to say about it, I think that's the shakeup of the superstars. You know, tomorrow we got. Is it tomorrow? No, this is only Tuesday. I'm. Okay. So Thursday we got the TNA, the Impact, the wrestling, and then Friday I guess we're gonna do the 205 Live slash NXT that we
Yeah.
skipped last week. But I don't know about you. I watched 205 Live and NXT from last week, and I didn't think they were anything really special.
See what had happened was,
Watch it, yeah.
it was, the shows, they was on the network and stuff, and they was,
Yeah.
they was goods.
It
They
was.
were they
It
was
was.
goods.
That's how you know he didn't watch it because he thinks they was goods.
I I will be out of town on. I don't think I'm going out of town till Saturday, so we probably should be good, more than likely.
You should vlog it, whatever you're doing.
I can't. Yeah, unlike you, not blogging WrestleMania shame. Like I told this man specifically, I was like, bro, blog WrestleMania, people will like it. People be like, oh yeah, he went to WrestleMania. What? I saw that guy. You know, he was like 2 feet tall. Got him roast. But but
What I took pictures and I put them up on the Twitter. So if they ain't following the Twitter, that's why they need to follow the Twitter, and then they see all the special content.
yeah, you right. And then what you could do, you could talk about the WrestleMania experience, put the pictures on the thing, what you did and stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I know you can't catch, but if you want to catch it, feel free. You grab your baseball glove if you want to.
So what had happened was, we got in there on Friday.
Not right now, fool.
You didn't say when. You just said what you could do, and then I was gonna do it. And then
like I want the whole trip though. Like I want from the issues.
Okay. He want the whole. Oh, he want the whole thing. Okay. I'm gonna get that out for you. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe, and maybe Tamer. I'll do Tamer. This was the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always,
and I mean always,
and he means always. I don't mean always. I mean sometimes. Always an instant classic.
Truly
an instant. Anyway, follow us on Twitter, ICW_podcast, and look out for that, the going to Mania, and the terrible. We'll get to that. We will get to that. Also, I'm still going to try to do a review of the other shows that I went to down in Orlando, even though it's kind of late now. But
did you do progress? Because I saw it was in the thing.
I did.
I don't know if you finished it. Okay.
I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna got it, and I'm gonna have it, and it's gonna get got. We're gonna see you on the flippity dippity. It's true. It's damn true. With the trueness of the true.